Hi everyone, welcome back to our series on the Korean news. Today is our second story in the series. It's about Park Geun-hye, the former president, whose prison sentence was just increased a couple of weeks ago. So let's get started. 박근혜 징역 25년, 형량 늘어난 이유. As usual, I've tried to note any words that have different pronunciation from the way that they're spelt, and this is one word, 형량, so it's spelled like 형량, but it's pronounced with a niun, 형량. And I've included here the Korean definition of 늘어나다 from the 다음 Korean dictionary, just to give you an idea of how you can maybe start to use monolingual dictionaries to learn more Korean, to boost your vocabulary. 박근혜 전 대통령이 항소심 선고 공판에서 형량이 늘어났다. Please bear in mind too that I'm not a lawyer, I don't have a legal background, so if you notice that any of the terminology is a bit different from what it should be in English, and you have some kind of a legal background, then please let me know in the comments. I'd be very happy to receive some feedback. In this video, as you can see, there's a lot of legal terminology, but bear with me, it's going to get easier because if you memorize the words in this first slide or the first couple of slides, you're going to actually see them repeat over and over throughout the video. So at first it might be a little bit difficult, but just hang in there, it will get easier. For example, we have this word 형량, which we've already seen once in this video, and that's going to happen several times with some of these other words like 항소심, 선고. You're going to see these pop up quite a few times. 서울고법 형사사부 김문석 부장판사는 24일 박 전 대통령의 항소심 선고 공판에서 징역 25년과 벌금 200억 원을 선고했다. On the 24th, the 4th Division of Criminal Affairs at the Seoul High Court, or Supreme Court, Chief Judge Moon-seok Kim, announced 25 years of imprisonment and a fine of 20 billion won at the appeals court's final trial for former President Park. So a couple of things to mention here. 서울고법 is just the short form of 고등법원, so high court. So it's the same as like 고등학교, right? Like high level, literally, or high rank. The 부 used here in 형사사부 is the same one as in this 부장, because 장 is like the top, the boss. So 부장 is literally the department head or division head, and 판사 is the judge. So it literally means kind of the chief judge, the judge who's the chief of a certain department. In this case, the department of 형사, of criminal, 형, plus 사, affairs or matters. And on a side note, 200억 won, so the penalty fee that she was sentenced to, is around $20 million. 앞서 박근혜 전 대통령은 1심에서 징역 24년 벌금 180억 원을 선고받았으나 항소심 선고에서 형량이 더 늘어났다. Previously, former President Park had been sentenced to 24 years of imprisonment and a fine of 18 billion won during the first trial, but the sentence increased during the appeals court sentencing. The 심 character used in this word is the same one as in words like 심판 or 심사, so to evaluate, to examine, investigate. So it means here the first trial, because it's the first examination, it's the first investigation of something. 재판부는 1심과 달리 영재센터 지원금을 유죄로 인정했다. Unlike in the first trial, the Justice Department considered her guilty for the funding for the Elite Center, or the Korea Winter Sports Elite Center. Here's another example of the word 부 being used. 재판부, it would literally mean trial department, because 재판 is a trial, but in English we translate this as Department of Justice. Here this word 영재센터, in English it was translated as Korea Winter Sports Elite Center, which is obviously a lot longer. So this is a short form for that, and it means, literally if you break it down, 영재 is a prodigy or a talent, and 센터 is center. 지원금 is a really good word to know. It's just a combination of 지원, so support, and 금, so it means funding, support money, literally. As for this word 유죄, you'll notice here that the 한자 that make up the word are used in quite a few other very common words that you probably already know. 유 just means to have, or that something exists, something is. So if you take a word like 유료, 유 means to have or exist. 료 is some kind of a charge or a fee for something, so it means paid. So if there's a paid service, it's like 유료 서비스. And the opposite is 무료. 무 means none. So 무료 is no charge, and that's why it means free. Down here, this word 죄, it means guilt, crime, or in religious circles it can mean sin. And it's the same one that's used in the word 죄송하다. And down here you'll see 유죄, 무죄. Like I said a moment ago, 무 means none. So 무죄 is no crime, which means innocent, and 유죄 is guilty because you have 유죄, you have a crime, you have a guilt. I hope that having the hanja for some of these words helps you to kind of conceptualize and break down what exactly it means, and hopefully helps you to memorize them as well. So that's all for our video today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 of this same news story.